In 2022, our friend Dennis brought us this 1947 Beechcraft Bonanza 35 fuselage. Now, when it was operational, it was a fixed-wing, single-engine, four-seater with a V-tail. But he didn't want us to restore the plane to its original glory. Nope. Instead, he wanted us to make this plane look like a vintage World War II Curtiss P-40 Warhawk fighter plane. So Dennis has a World War II themed bar in his backyard and wanted this P-40 replica to be crashed into the side of the bar. Oh, and did I mention it also needed to be a working pizza oven and have a fabricated cockpit so his guests could sit inside and take pictures? Well, this project is a favor for a friend. And of course, we got super busy with projects here at the shop, so it got put on the back burner again and again. And eventually, Steve started working on the weekends to get it done. He busted his ass to make Dennis's dream a reality, and so far it looks amazing. But now the final step in the transformation, and the most dramatic one, begins. This bad boy is getting pushed down to the paint department, where Renee is gonna make some magic.
I can't believe this thing's finally gonna get in the spray booth. Finally gets paint on it.
So how difficult was it to get this thing prepped to get in here? What'd you have to do?
Preparation to bring it to Renee, other than sealing every small hole there is, because it is gonna be outside. The paint on the side of it was extremely flaky. I mean, it is 1947, so this paint's not gonna hold up. So a lot of scuffing of that, a lot of taking the paint off, a lot of filling holes, lots and lots of holes.
Steve's had this thing for 2 years, 2 years, and I finally get a chance to paint it, and I'm gonna make it look like this. But to get it like this, it's gonna take a lot of steps. So the first step is the primer coat. Since the plane has already been painted and it was sanded, and it's got some metal showing through it, so I wanted to put a nice coat of epoxy primer on it. That will seal the previous paint job that it has, so I can start doing my paint job. So the next step is the green base coat. So I just put 2 coats of the green paint on top of the epoxy primer. It's starting to look good. I'm ready for the next step. The next step is the brown. But before I do the brown, I got to mask. I got to do some taping and masking, cover up the green and protect it, so then I can spray the brown on it.
How do you decide how you're gonna put the tape on?
I was going off that little plane, so I started masking as close as I could to the little plane, but this is a lot bigger. So the next step was to do the brown, but since I wasn't too sure we had the right brown, I have to go check with Jason, see what he thinks.
What was your problem with the brown?
It was too dark. I think the brown that little airplane model was too dark. Once Jason and I found the color that we liked, then we went to the Pantone color chart, picked the color, and went to the mixing station and we mixed it up. So putting on the brown is the same technique as putting on the green. 2 coats of the brown. So once we painted the brown, then we started peeling off all the tape and we started to see how the colors complemented each other and started to look really cool. Now the plane looks great, but it looks too new. And it's supposed to look like an airplane that crashed from World War II. And this is where the fun begins. So now what I'm gonna do is, everywhere where there's a rivet or a line on the airplane, I'm gonna take my airbrush and make some rust streaks on it, everywhere, on the whole entire plane, to get it to look aged, to make it look like it's been sitting there for a while. And I don't try to do them all the same. You see, sometimes I make some longer, some of them are short, some are just a dot, just to give it, you know, I don't think everything rusts the same way. On the seams, I do a little differently. I try to hit both sides of it, just enough of it, not too much, so that you can see like some rust coming through the paint in the seam. And I don't want it to look uniform. I wanted to give it like a little character by making it all different. I gotta say, this is starting to look really good.
Now that we're through with painting it, now it's time to put the vinyl on. Dennis brought us this in as an example of what he wants the graphics to look like, so we made it look exactly like this for him. So originally, me and Rick were talking about taking this thing out back by the pond and actually, well, putting some realistic bullet holes in it, but the city of Sanford would frown on that terribly. So we decided to go ahead and do what we do best, and we printed them. It came out hyper-realistic.
Oh my God, look at this thing. I can't believe, can you believe what this plane looks like after all this
freaking
time,
awesome,
man? It looks amazing.
I can't believe it. You know, I'm disappointed we didn't get to actually shoot this thing. But those printed bullet holes really do look pretty badass.
Yeah, Jason did a great job on this. I can't believe it's finally ready to go. Renee, Steve, come over here, y'all. Man, what y'all did to this plane, it's crazy.
Renee, the theming, every freaking rivet, every little spot that has a rust, you outdid yourself this time, man. It's freaking awesome. Thank you.
Man, just Steve, how much time did you have in this thing? It was great. I mean, obviously, it's been here for like 2.5 years.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yep.
But once you started working, you had hours and hours. And how does it make you feel? Like all this stuff, you did all this crazy fabrication, and then Renee came in, and like in an afternoon, made it look like this.
Now
That's kind of got
now
like,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, right?
Now
Man,
it's
Renee, you
beautiful.
just came in at the last end here and stole all the thunder, right?
Yeah.
Finisher.
Yeah, it had to have
Beautiful.
it. Yeah.
Man, the irregularity of everything, it just, you took your time to get every little thing different and beautiful. It looks like a rusted ass plane.
Now, the important thing is get it on the trailer, take it over to Dennis. Hope he likes it.
He's gonna die. Dennis is gonna freak the hell out, man. I
Okay.
can't believe. On top of being so long, I don't even know if he thinks we're gonna finish it ever.
Yeah, you know, let's get this thing on the trailer and get the heck out of here, man. It's been
All
here
right,
too long.
let's go do it, man. We're getting a giant piece of real estate of our shop back. I don't know if it was worth the wait. We'll have to ask him about that. But damn, to us, it looks like it's definitely worth the wait. This thing looks incredible.
Fabulous.
All right, let's go. Finally get this thing out of here. Install it.
Let's get it.
Go.
Go back down.
We're supposed to be crashing at Denny's house, not in our shop.
Where we at? Ready? Not on the foot. Ready? Go. All right, and boom.
That's it?
Good.
We good?
Yep.
I'm good?
I'm good.
Steve, you good? All right, come on. Let's give this to Denny. Denny, come out here, man.
Dad!
Come check this out.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Come on.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. It's amazing.
Check this thing out,
Wow.
man.
I'm floored. It's phenomenal. I lost of words, guys. Amazing.
Crazy, right?
Amazing.
You love that?
That is
Man.
absolutely beautiful.
Awesome, awesome.
I'm just I'm beside myself. I didn't think it was going to happen, and here it is. It's just absolutely beautiful.
After all this time,
After
I know
all
it
this
took us
time.
forever, but we kept coming up with these ideas. You kept coming up with ideas.
Oh.
We had it added in, man. Steve, tell them what things that you've done on this,
Sure.
man.
Well, you know, front cowl, LEDs in the front, the fog machine.
Oh, we gotta see that.
That's on the
Oh, yeah,
flasher.
we got to crank that up.
Exhaust coming out of here. The
Yep.
bullet holes.
Yep, plenty of bullet holes.
Fantastic.
Yep.
A whole brand new interior.
Everything inside.
Look at this.
All the aluminum.
There you go. Oh, look at it.
First switch. Yep. That's the red light on the tail.
Oh, it's working.
It's flashing.
Which is flashing. Yep. Second one. is red lights up front. Third one's a Camet light right over the top of
Blue
your
lights
head.
in the LEDs.
Amazing. Look at that blue. That's
And by
just-
your feet as well. Yep.
Oh,
That's for
fantastic.
romance.
And the last one completes the dashboard
Unbelievable.
with a map completely pinned to your location,
Right where it crashed.
right where it crashed.
Amazing.
And you don't remember the whole point of this thing?
The
The pizza oven back here?
Yeah,
Come on.
check that out.
This is why we did this whole damn plane in the first place, just so we could have a cool pizza oven.
Oh, amazing. Oh, sweet.
Bro,
It's pizza
this
time.
Bro, this whole project is crazy. That oven's ridiculous. Now, you guys might know this guy, might recognize him because several years ago, we did his badass food truck for him.
Get out of town. Look at the guns on the front. on the grill.
Look at that. And he brought it to us in about the same condition this plane was in when you brought it to us, right?
Yeah.
And that food truck was badass. Dude, we remodeled that entire thing. I mean, we had guns made up on the front of it. We made an entire ammo box that went over top of your generator. We wrapped it, we painted it. Man, there was some giant bombs in the back of that thing. I mean, what were you thinking? That thing was badass.
Yeah, but I see something in common with the projects we've done with Dennis. So it's a World War II aviation thing. You know, where do you get your love for World War II aircraft?
I'm definitely an aviation enthusiast. World War II era, some of the best planes ever made. The fighting planes, the bombers, and all that. Just always had a great affection for them. My dad being in the Air Force back in the Vietnam era, just kind of fed my love for airplanes. And when I had a chance to, get with you guys on the food truck, it blew my mind. This is part 2 blowing my mind. The fact that I have a wife nice enough to even let me put an airplane in the backyard is proof positive that anything can be done, and you guys just knocked it out of the park again.
Wow, it sure takes a long time sometimes, but the end result,
worth the wait.
Man, no kidding. This is definitely a one-of-a-kind project. Thank you for bringing it to us. Now, let's make a pizza, man. Can we get on that pizza?
Of course, got the pizza dough ready.
That's what I'm talking about.
No plane is complete without a pilot. There you go, buddy. New home.
What is striking about this plane when you look at it?
The aging and the detail of the patina, that it's been sitting in a jungle crash for the last 80 years. It's just striking when you first walk up to it. The bullet holes, the smoke effect just gives it that last punch, that last detail of authentic. It's been a dream of mine for the past 3 years, and it's finally come together. It's awesome.
Man, I don't know if Tom can find us through this smoke, but this plane turned out pretty badass.
Yes, it did. I still would have liked to shoot some holes in it.
Yep.
But that skeleton dude is a nice touch.
It totally is. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed going on this adventure with us for these last couple of years, and hope you're enjoying the channel. Subscribe up, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace out.
This pizza is pretty damn good.